Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Denver Nuggets potentially trading for Zach LaVine, the two-time All-Star, who is with the Chicago Bulls. Zach LaVine is one of the best players that is being talked about for trades right now. You have guys like Cameron Johnson, a lot of Brooklyn Nets players being talked about in trade talks. There are other guys that we're going to see moved, but I think the best player that is going to be moved or most likely will be moved this trade deadline is Zach LaVine, who's averaging 22 points per game. This just previously had a 36-point game against the Boston Celtics, hitting 6 threes this season in 33 minutes per game with the Chicago Bulls. He is shooting 50% from the floor. He is shooting a career-high 43% from three, averaging over 22 points per game, near 5 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, and he's also averaging 1 steal per game and half a block per game. So Zach LaVine's a great player. I think Denver has to make some type of trade this offseason. What I think this Denver team needs the most is to improve their bench. It's one bad bench that they have. I think you add in Zach LaVine, this team is better. Denver is better with Zach LaVine. You have to give up Michael Porter Jr. in return, which we'll see if Denver is willing to do that, which we've heard they know they have to give up MPJ in some type of big trade. But MPJ this year is averaging 18 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game from three. He's shooting 39%. So I think LaVine's been a little bit better than him. He's averaging 4 more points per game. He's been a little bit better facilitating the basketball than MPJ has. And he shot a little bit better than three. So I think LaVine is better than MPJ, but is that what you need? Do you need a third star next to Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic? I think, sure. I don't think Denver absolutely needs that because you have Aaron Gordon. You still have MPJ if you keep him. I think what Denver really needs the most, to be honest, is a better bench. They have one of the worst benches in basketball. Outside of Russell Westbrook coming off the bench, I don't think their bench is that talented. I mean, Julian Strawther, he's had some good games. I think he's a solid player. I'm a big fan of Darius Saric, but I don't think he is as good as he used to be. And not to mention they have him playing the backup 5. Darius Saric is not a center. Darius Saric, you can put him at center for sure, but I think Darius Saric is more of a power forward than a center. So playing him at the center position, I think, doesn't make him as good if he's playing at the 4. So Denver, I think, has one of the worst benches in basketball. And I think when you have their starters on the floor, they're a great team. When you have Jokic on the floor with the guys that are around him, Murray, MPJ, Gordon, Christian Brown, I think they're a great team. I think they're one of the best teams in basketball. But what builds a great team? A great team is the guys that come off the bench. You're going to have 3-4 guys that come off the bench in the postseason. There's only one guy on this Denver team that I think could be effective for this Denver team off the bench in the postseason, and that's Russ. Maybe Julian Strawther, but still, that's only 2 guys when you need 3 or 4. I mean, Denver had a great bench when they won a championship just a couple years ago, and honestly, this isn't improving your bench. This trade, you're just swapping starters, and not only that, but getting up a draft pick too. Because look, Chicago's not going to give up Zach LaVine and not give up a draft pick or not get a draft pick in return. They've already done this before. I don't think they honestly really screwed up in the offseason. I love the Josh Giddey trade. He's been great for them this year. And I think, honestly, with the way things have gone for Caruso and Giddey this year, I think that I would say that, the Bulls have won that trade. But at the same time, I think they lost the trade because they didn't take advantage of a Thunder team that had so many first-round picks. So OKC really lost an opportunity. Chicago really lost an opportunity to take first-round picks, at least 1 or 2 from the Thunder when getting Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso. And now they're going to make trades. If they're going to trade a Vucevic or a LaVine, they're going to want to get a first-round pick or multiple. So I think with Denver, it's not going to be just a straight-up MPJ for Zach LaVine. They're not going to do that like they did with Caruso and Giddey. So you're going to have to give up a first-round pick with MPJ to get LaVine. I think you'll have to add in Zeke Najee as a salary filler with, with MPJ. So is that worth it? Because I think their bench needs more improvement than their starters do. And Zach LaVine's not coming off the bench. He's going to be a starter. He's going to be in the lineup with Jokic and Murray. Let me know your thoughts on the potential trade in the comment section, and peace out.